This presentation is brought to you by Smoooth Productions.
It is another wonderful Wednesday night sports delight because this is ladies' night.
Let your hands up when the beat drops.
Of course, I'm going to do what Bunny does. Start off on mute. Happy Hump Day. It's your girl, Bunny. Welcome to another edition of Ladies Night. Hey. So, how's everyone doing? Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Of course, if you are on our social media platforms, make sure you are under the Platform Sports Talk Show. And leave all comments. When you interact with us, we interact with you. We are also on hot365radio.com. Tune in online or via the app, as well as Twitch. And of course, if you are when you're on Hot 365 Radio, if you don't get to tune in live, we have our replays of our most recent shows each Sunday, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Also, if you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and click on that bell, baby. Let's see. Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter, IG, Facebook, and yeah, I got all of them. Facebook, X, IG, YouTube. Ladies' Night, first Wednesday of the month. But of course, the fellas hold it down on the last Wednesday of the month with the Man Cave. I mean, they talk about some good topics and all. They all right. But you know, no one does it like the ladies do. So, of course, with Ladies' Night, I'm just not here by myself. I don't hold it down by myself. It's not the Ladies' Night without my partner in crime, Miss Jayonce, better known as Jamie. Come on down. I see you, but I can't hear you. You pull one of my moves. You're on mute. There you go. I think.
Hey.
There you go. There you
go. We got to keep the bunny going. You know, we just we start off on mute in the end.
And what's crazy, if anyone's wondering, like, wait a minute, her partner in crime usually has Jamie and someone else. Well, Miss Jobo is out on maternity leave, so she is not with us for the next few months. But while she is getting ready to drop it like it's hot, we're going to help hold it down on Ladies' Night for her. So that's it. What's going on, Miss Jayonce?
Full belly and everything. So I was like, and be Joe from the Boondocks.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And Boondocks or North County, South Side, West Side, West County, everybody getting rained on. And hopefully everybody out there in St. Louis is okay, though. I heard those sirens were going off. So hopefully everybody's made it home safely if you're out and about. And, of course, you know, it's in the spring, but we're still in good old thunderstorm and tornado season.
Right. In the safest place, in the basement right now.
There you go.
I was not playing. Them sirens went off. I'm like, I'm going downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Got a message from Jobo. She's getting induced on Friday. Okay.
What? Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Friday. Okay. But that belly bump is about to come to an end sooner than later.
Right. I can tell she ready.
I'm ready to pop this thing out. Okay.
Right.
So I actually don't have a cup, but Jayonce, tell me, do you have a cup?
I got my nice thermal container. It's not a Stanley, but it's something like, and it does the job. So that's my cup. What's in my cup? A little bit of everything. So I'm gonna start with my nice plug. As y'all see under my name, it has Daddy Daughter Dance. That's going down June 21st. So I'm calling all you fathers to pull up and show out and come out. It's only $25 for a daddy-daughter couple to attend 1 to 4. You will have sounds provided by none other than Smoooth Productions, Smoooth with 3 O's. So it's going to be a good time. And, daddies, bring your girls out. We also have dads, male figures, uncles, pawpaws, all y'all. Come on out. We're just going to have a good little time. This is a post Father's Day celebration with your little ladies. I also have some grown daughters coming. Me and my daddy is about to show out as well. So we take all ages. Come on.
Said y'all not discriminating, huh?
No, all of it. And this is our fundraiser for our back to school event. Again, Girls for Life is my nonprofit. We've been around for 10 years this year. So we're trying to do it bigger and better and provide school supplies, personal hygiene items, all of that for all students this August going back to school. So come out.
Okay. It definitely sounds like your wonderful things.
Yes. From a sports aspect, I don't know what's in my cup. I think off the top of my head, I'm gonna say I got kicked out of the living room for watching the Cardinals last night. Like for whatever reason, it was my fault that they lost. And I don't even like that pressure was put on me. So yes, y'all producer, y'all boy behind the camera, then kicked me out the whole living room because of the Cardinals.
Okay.
Yeah.
I still felt some animosity toward getting kicked out the living room because the Cardinals were losing and it's not your fault.
I never got kicked out. I'm like, I didn't even get kicked out with the Lakers, but now I get kicked out with the Cardinals? Really?
That's
You gonna put that on me? So I left the room, they still lost. So I was like, see, it ain't had nothing to do with me.
I started off listening to them on the radio and then came home and watched the game. And I was already nervous because it was 2-0, on the top of the first. I was like, oh, here we go. But so I missed all the runs they got. And then when I tuned in, it was 8-7 and they lost 10-7. Like,
Yeah.
Runs kept coming. I was like, oh,
no. Really? That's what it sounded like to me.
Wait, what? I started off listening to the game. I said I was on the radio before I put it on TV. So wait a minute. How did I get thrown into this?
Time in between when you started runs, that's when they was hot.
They gonna throw me on there. I get dragged into this now. A minute. Okay. So with that going on, my imaginary cup. So, like you said, there's a whole lot of stuff in there, right? But
right.
Yeah, we can hone in on a couple things. So, one, man, it's been a couple of different breaking news going on, depending on what sport you like. Well, we can do basketball. So, last time I was on here was 2 weeks ago. My prediction was the Knicks basketball team would be winning the series in 6 games. So I said Knicks in 6, right? By game 2, I'm like, okay, that's not going to happen. Maybe 7 games. So fast forward when game 6 came around, yeah, it was Pacers in 6, not Knicks in 6. And just like that this morning, the Knicks said, we done with that coach. Thibs is no longer the coach of the Knicks. I'm like, damn, he helped get them even further along than they were before he got there. And now they just cut him like that. And you know the saying, it's cheaper and easier to get rid of one than a lot of players. So I thought that was messed up though, but they want to go, I don't know, don't say a different direction because he's got them in a better direction. For them to win a championship, you still can't put that on the coach. I mean, Thibs known for his defense. Now that fourth quarter collapse in game 1 of the series, I'm not sure who to blame because some stuff can be on players, some stuff on coaching. When I say that, you know, if the players take their foot off the gas, that's on them. But a coach's job is to help set them, put them in the best position. So if the tables would have turned and they would have won game 1, would the series have turned out differently? Maybe, but the Pacers ain't no joke, y'all. I'm just saying. And now they got the world on notice because, again, Indiana, even though they're a basketball state, basketball city, Indianapolis is, it's still a small market. So some people probably weren't paying attention. People know Halliburton, he's the all-star, but their squad has been doing a lot this season. But anyway, that was in my cup. Thibs no longer coach the Knicks. I was like, what is
crazy. So do you think if they would have won that the coach would have been fired after the finals anyway?
If they would have won the series against the Pacers and still lost the
series, yeah.
Nah, I don't think so. Because last year Thibs had them and they lost in the first round. Now, I believe, producer got to correct me if I'm wrong, did they have an injury? Was Brunson injured? I think he got injured. So that was kind of the issue in the playoffs last year. They didn't make out the first round. They gave him another chance. This round, he got to the second. But again, you know, they did the offseason trade for Cat and Randall.
Mm-hmm.
With that trade, Cat leaving T-Wolves going to the Knicks. But they have enhanced it some for them, maybe. I mean, it was too big, but Cat has a 3-point shot. Randall does. I mean, he does, but not like efficient. Right. But anyway, so to me, it was an equal trade. And then my husband Chris was like, "Hey, it's actually better for the Knicks." So they got Cat to help support Brunson with scoring. You know, right. Randall was there, but he wasn't. Again, he ain't had Cat type numbers. But with all of that, still, they couldn't beat the Pacers. The coaching change, will I see them beating the Pacers next year with the way the rosters are set up for both of them? No. Let's be real. So that coaching change is not going to solve your problem. That's my 2 cents. Now, they do a off-season roster move with a couple of key players, but like basically, if they were to get Giannis, if Giannis went to the Knicks and he still had, and you kept Brunson and got rid of everybody else, that's not going to solve the problem either. See, so it's like y'all get rid of the coach, but it's not all on him to me. But again, I'm not a GM. This definitely in my pay grade, so we'll see.
That's a cold world out here, man. That's just messed up. I'm like, dang, you get this far, you get the team moving, get the momentum going, and then you get fired on your day off.
Ma'am, but we talk about this every season. You know, this is crazy. It's not just NBA. Everybody who wraps up their season, the major league sports, people get fired. People specifically, the coaches. So there's nothing new, but loyalty means nothing. Because, you know, I've had this conversation a few months ago as far as with the Bucks when they didn't go far in the playoffs. They lost in the first round. And I'm like, y'all had a championship coach 3 years ago and y'all fired him. Budenholzer brought them a championship and he got let go. But fast forward, the Suns let him go too. So I don't know what the issue is with him, the organizations. Anyway, and speaking of coaches getting fired, another thing in my cup, St. Louis City SC fired their head coach last week. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
You lost a job. You lost a job. You lost a job. You lost a job. I'm telling you. So City SC Club, if y'all don't know, they have been on a bad losing streak. They were like, on 13-game winless streak. Some of the games they were ties, but let's say a handful were ties. The rest of them they lost. So with that 13 game losing streak, yeah, the organization had enough. All of them, what's the name? Mosberg, all of it's gone. So they have a new interim coach right now. And he won a game last Saturday, or the team won the game last Saturday that he coached. So one win under his belt. His predecessor couldn't do that in 13 games. So we'll see if that's just beginner's luck or he actually knows what he's doing. But yeah, so my cup was full of people getting fired that I wasn't. Well, I wasn't expecting the next coach did, but I was expecting City SC. He needed to 13 games.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Now that's worthy of okay. It's time for you to go. Goodbye.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
but
And you know, soccer season is fairly long. They go basically March to November, a game a week, give or take. But the issue is we're a new club, and you know when something's fresh, new, everybody's engaged.
Right.
Like, yeah. After
Yeah.
a while, when you start losing badly, you're gonna lose that fresh scent smell and fresh car smell, and people ain't gonna come out. And
Mhm.
you don't want that. So
Yeah, looking real regular schmegler.
okay, so there's that. So anything else in your cup? Like I said, my cup had the firings, but you have a whole bunch of your cup, Jamie. But if you just wanna,
Well, since we was
Yeah,
talking about the
in your
eggs, I didn't. And in the man cave, they was talking about it last week, but I gotta give a shout out to. I gotta give a shout out to the Knicks. Like they tried. You know, Brunson. When I found out he was a Virgo, I gave him a couple more points.
not the zodiac sign make a difference, girl.
It does. Virgos are a different breed, so we arise from the ashes. Okay, uh, but I gotta give it up to my boy Zesty Cat. That's that's my name for him. Zesty Cat. He just brightened up my day as I watch all the, you know, just watch all his mannerisms and his little phrases and all that. He was giving me life. So Carl Anthony Towns, that's Zesty Cat. Okay, just so y'all know. That's what I call him during every game is Zesty Cat. So yeah, so shout out to Zesty Cat because he made me smile a lot.
But I'm scared to ask, where did the zesty come from for calling him?
It's been like these memes on social media, just like his past be like, like, or he's just real zesty.
Okay, that's my question. I'm like, wait now, zesty?
I'm calling it zesty, so that's my name. It's
okay. Be careful being zesty out there, buddy. Okay.
I mean, he's Dominican, so he got a little flavor, you know what I'm saying? So it's all good.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go and segue. Speaking of NBA teams, let's talk about this NBA Finals preview. So
I'm so torn.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you hear me?
No, it's not you. Not my screen was froze. Go ahead.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right. We back.
Okay. Try this again. Whose squad is going to hold up the championship trophy? SGA and the Thunder or Halliburton? How you pronounce it? Siakam and the Pacers. Who do you think is going to do it? Small market team. This is the battle of the small market teams.
Man, I'm so torn on this because I really don't know, but for whatever reason, I'm leaning towards the Pacers.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, it's just gonna be such a great, like, the games are gonna be just amazing. So I'm excited about it either way. But I don't know, something about the Pacers energy is just excite me a little bit more.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
How many games you think?
Oh, it's gonna be to the end. Like it's gonna be, yeah. It's gonna be the full 7 games.
Ooh, 7-game series. Okay.
It's gonna stress me out every other day. Yeah, that I want all of that, all the anxiousness, all the yeah, all that.
Okay.
What you think?
So Pacers Thunder. I can see the Thunder doing it. Now you said Pacers excite you more, but when we're talking about all out balling, they both are some baller teams. We know. I tell you this all the time. The regular season is the regular season for a reason. You're playing different teams at different times, but the playoffs, you're playing the same team multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And one way to endure the playoffs, you have to have a bench to help sustain the scoring. Because it's a long season, and when we're in the playoffs, everybody a little tired. But you still need somebody to keep that scoring going. Because if you keep playing all your players 40-plus minutes every night, eventually may catch up to you. But with the Thunder, we already know about SGA, MVP. He earned it. We know he has a good supporting cast as well. I mean, the Pacers do too. Definitely the age, I think, is more, when I say age, as far as experience, maybe in the Pacers' favor. But I still say the Thunder, they may still shock some of y'all. And again, it's just 2 small market teams, you all, so you can't worry about the lights and the glamour. But neither team has been into the finals in over a decade. So, and it's just going to be different. But the style of play, that's going to also make a difference besides having a good bench to help the scoring going is the style of play. So, we'll see. Definitely, as you mentioned, I could see 7 games. Yeah. But the first 2 games, not the first game, the first 2 games will definitely set the tone. I can see it being 1-1. So home field advantage, nah, I don't see either one having home field advantage. So they're both going to take some losses at home.
Yeah. It's gonna be crazy. I'm excited though.
This is what we need though.
It's the most excited I've been, like without an actual team that was my team playing, that I've been for a finals. So
I'm here for it because, like I said, they neither one have been in the finals in well over a decade. Last time OKC had Harden without the beard, KD, a little more hair in the back. You had Russell Westbrook, who wasn't traveling so much and actually was leading the floor. You know, that's the last time we had that look, okay? And then I rolled with the Pacers. Last time they were in it. Hell, were we out of high school by then? I'm like, yeah.
take it all the way back, right? No, yeah. And I mean, like I said, I'm still like a little OKC because of KD, because y'all know that's my boy. I don't feel like I'll be too mad either way, but
what's a good question? Let's say
if I had some coins to put up, then I'll just put it on the Pacers.
You'll put it up
on the Pacers.
Okay.
I will put my money on the Pacers.
You got Pacers, I got Thunder. Next ladies' night, let's see who will be the champion.
He's wrong about the Knicks, so you know.
Yeah, was I loud and wrong or just wrong? See, there's a difference. I
feel you, but yeah, because you know I will flip flop in a minute, so don't be
unfair with the fan now. Hold a flag on the play. You cannot be unfair with the fan. I know KD ain't playing, but I'm just saying. Okay, I love that Ryan, playing and saying. No, and no. Okay, now we got that straightened out. You better stick with the Pacers this whole finals, okay? On all 7 games, ma'am.
Yeah, we'll see next ladies' night what we got going on.
Yes, I would like to see my crown adorned in jewels, okay? Because I am a champion. Yes.
Okay.
I got a Burger King crown upstairs too. We can use that. That'll work.
Okay, vice versa, baby. You know I got like 5 tiaras and stuff upstairs just waiting.
Hey, okay. Speaking of that, since you mentioned your daddy-daughter dance, maybe take one to the daddy-daughter dance. Had a girl wear a crown. When Chris took the girls to their daddy-daughter dance back in March, He bought them crowns to go with their little dresses and pearls, girl. So yes, the daddy daughter dance that's coming up on June 21st. Bring some crowns for them girls, honey. Okay, those are pretty princesses with their daddies. There you go.
Show the ladies how they supposed to be treated. Okay, come on, daddies.
That sounds like a plan. And then after you finish with that, give me one of them crowns so I can wear it on the next ladies' night. I know I'm gonna have a championship trophy, a fake one for the Thunder. Okay. All right. Oh, here she goes. Jobo, really? She goes for the cutie, so she's going for Halliburton. So she's Team Indy as well. What? Oh, come on. Y'all set me up here now like I'm going to be the outcast, but that's fine. This won't be the first or the last time.
Joe got a type.
He said cuties. Because this time last year, you know who her type was? The Boston Celtics because of Tatum.
Tatum, exactly. Joe got a type.
Girl. All right, Jobo. We'll let you have it. So 2 against 1. Fine. We'll see again who was wearing the crown on the next ladies' night. So with that, we have some more good topics we're going to discuss. Now, little curveball. Women's sports is blossoming and getting more eyes and more leagues. And when I say more leagues on a national level, which is great because that means people are investing money and they see a future in it. All right. So shout out to all of the women who are playing professional sports, especially on the national level. Jobo, really them pretty boys. I would consider, excuse me, I would consider Tatum a pretty boy though.
Yeah. All the little light-skinned boys is pretty boys, yes.
Because he light-skinned. I would go by more not just the light skin, but a demeanor. Like I see him off the court. It don't carry a pretty boy. But let me ask his wife. What's her name? What's her name? What's his wife's name?
Ella May.
Yeah, let me ask her what she thinks.
You giving her what? Oh, okay. See, you taking me out of sports zone.
Please, that's how we supposed to do this, honey. We do best of both worlds, okay?
Or no. Real fine. I got a shade room report that. I don't know. But go ahead, give it a wife title, I guess.
Wait, okay, so they did not secretly get married. They just got a baby together. That's it?
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Okay, hey, you will know more than me because I'm not caught up on shade room. I'm definitely not TikToking the latest and greatest. I got enough TikToking around my house, so okay. All right, so okay, my apologies. Let me rescind that title. Ella May being his child's mother.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let's ask her what she said if he's a pretty boy or not. Who take longer to get dressed? Including the newborn baby, that takes a while too. So let's see about all three. Who take longer to get dressed?
Hey, she got that song out. He seemed a little high maintenance. She got to pack satin pillowcases and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she ain't said she have to, but she does. She does the little things. That's the song, little things. Okay. That's my jam. So
you throw that in. That's my jam too. So would that be played at the daddy's daughter dance, or that's not child appropriate music?
Oh, I don't know about that one, but I do gotta. This is random because you just said daddy daughter dance. Kids Bop. Have y'all listened to Kids Bop? Shout out to Kids Bop. First of all, I just got hip because the G4L girls put me on game. But the fact that there is a, Kendrick Lamar, They Not Like Us. We have a Kids Bop version called Rewrite the Bus that is still a Drake diss is mind-blowing to me. And when I tell you the lyrics are so dope. So I don't know about LMA, but that We Ride the Bus is definitely getting played at the Daddy Daughter Dance. If for no one else, for me. Because that song is amazing.
We Ride the Bus.
It's
I heard that Kids Bop version.
Nasty little guy. He be eating boogers. He's a nasty little guy. That's what the song says. The Kids Bop version of They Know.
Girl, I ain't heard that version because the Kids Bop, like the what my little one's like, it's song from like 16 years ago.
I
But
must
yeah, I
say,
ain't heard the latest and
what I
greatest.
tell you is the bars. Whoever does it's like a new career goal for me. I would love to be like a ghostwriter for Kids Bop because it's top tier. It's top tier.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Uncle Snoop
You
is
gonna have
in
me look
because
for
they
that
have
now.
like the Snoop Doggies or something that go on tour with the Kids Bops, which is Snoop Dogg. I'm like, Snoop Dogg is out here getting all the coins from everybody.
Leaving
Your
nothing behind.
kids, your uncles, your aunties, your mamas, your daddies.
The
So,
kids, teenagers, girl, he overseas with it. Okay, listen. Every
all
time you look up, this man is marketing and advertising something. Okay, stuff
yeah,
that don't even match. He is advertising.
yeah.
Okay.
I
Why
mean,
is Snoop over there advertising about walkers? Why is Snoop over there advertising about some tea over there in Britain? Why is Snoop
I ain't
over in
mad
the
at it.
video over somebody in Indonesia? You like what?
I'm taking notes. What we gotta do, Snoop?
This man is worldwide with it,
Good
okay?
on Snoop.
You know he gonna be on the car shoe commercial like I see them, okay?
Right, right. Yes.
Me, I was like, what? The rappers when I was little growing up, and they over here transition not just the TV, but these type of commercials. I said, hey, get the bag, do what y'all gotta do. I ain't gonna knock it. All right.
Right. Oh, Miss Dub.
I
Hello.
missed up. No worries for working late. It happens, but we appreciate your presence. Thank you so much. And while y'all hear me talking to Miss Dub via her chat here, everybody else tune in. Make sure you leave all comments under the platform Sports Talk Show. Because you know what? When you interact with us, it makes everything exciting. All right, let's do this. All right. So with that, you know, I hope this storm didn't lag my internet connection.
No, you good.
Okay. It was like it was frozen again on the screen. That's why I wasn't sure if I lost you. Anyway,
Okay.
so with that, no, the ladies in the United States of America, all the ladies, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you play a sport, if you're there to support, if you're doing stuff in the boardrooms to run in the store to get equipment for it, thank you, thank you, thank you. And specifically, we're seeing women's sports grow and grow. And that's why I want everyone to know. St. Louis is one of 4 markets where they're going to broaden the bar scene. And when I say that, there is going to be a St. Louis, what's it called?
Sports
Bra. Yeah. I was like, what? The Sports Bra. And
Yeah.
I like the name. That's different, but it's to cater to all women's sports. And again, you know, people thinking, well, the WBA has sponsorship and that's bigger and it's growing, but what other sports could they show? Of course, you have women's soccer leagues. They have that. They have women volleyball leagues. Here, you know, our St. Louis Slam in St. Louis has the women's football league. Now, they're not on TV like that, but still, it's just ways to where you're going to get people to more engaged and look at different women's sports that you didn't realize was out there. I didn't know there's a professional women's volleyball league that there is. But with that, what are your thoughts on how you're seeing women's sports grow more and more?
I absolutely love it. I'm definitely, first of all, if y'all know me, I'm a girls to the fullest. So the fact that it's growing at the rate and just more young girls, women are getting exposure. And, you know, that's the big significance. I know a lot of times we talk about social media, all these things from a negative standpoint, but it's actually it's allowing our kids, ourselves to see ourselves out there. For myself, like I just started a new job a few months ago. My boss looks like me, and never have I ever worked for somebody at that level. She's like VP, next in line to be CIO of a company that looks like me. And so that makes you just go harder, that makes you I was doing my one-on-one with her and she was like, sometimes you got to pop out and show them. I'm like, you're right. And so I feel like that same energy is being taken into the sports realm. It's being taken into the, professional realms everywhere. And so now more people are seeing other people do it and it's just getting bigger and it's growing, amazingly. And I think women, we are just becoming more confident in finding our own voice so we are able to stand on business and make our demands that we want and know what we need, So it's just dope, like to see Asia Wilson have a statue. So that wouldn't even be a thought in anybody's head, and now it is. Shout out to Don Staley with her new book also that came out, Uncommon Favor. So just the fact that, we have a coach that writing books and getting a lot of YouTube hits, basically popular because of who she is and being her authentic self. It's just, I love it. It's dope. Like to see it. So definitely excited for all the things to come in the women's sports world.
I had a stunt double here. So stunt double is one of the people that definitely need to see more women sports, even if it's just not on TV, but it's out there and it's available. Because my mother stunt double, the other day we were talking, she was surprised that women could do something. I'm like, girl, yeah. I said, well, we can do anything you want. Because if you ask her what she wants to be right now, she'll tell you she wants to be president of the United States. I said, go. I will definitely vote for you. But she did it so proud. And she no. But the fact that with women's sports, again, representation matters.
Yes.
And I'm glad that it is growing. And the fact we know with the WNBA, they were around for 20 years and just only within the last 2 years. And we could specifically help it with the rivalry between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, definitely growing viewership. But then what about them having their own 3-on-3 league? Like just in that short amount of time. And again, we're looking at what the Brittany Griner situation was 3 years ago. It was like that was sad what she went through, but that also helped be a catalyst for change. So instead of women have to go overseas and play basketball to earn more money, you do it right here at home. There's just a different avenue of doing it. But then, like I mentioned earlier, we know with the women's soccer league, it's been there for years. A lot of times I pay attention to women's soccer when the Olympics are coming up. They have their, the trials, Olympic trials. And then our women's U.S. soccer team is dope. And if they don't win gold, they always tend to go to the gold match. And we can't say that about the men counterpart. But we also know, again, I mentioned about our St. Louis Slam football team. So people didn't know there was a American women's football team organized. They travel, everything. And we had the Slam on the show some months ago. And I'm glad we did because it's promoting that even though you're like, oh, I don't know, they have it. Who are they? But we know about it. And we want to spread the word about more and more women's sports out there. But I'm definitely glad to see that investors, some people with a little extra pocket change and want to throw some thousands into women's sports, thankfully they will do this and continue doing it. So I think the best is yet to come.
Yep. They taking the Snoop Dogg route and understanding that it's a way broader market. Like, just look at all the money coming in. Like, we just got tickets, like I said, to WNBA last month to go to a game. Like, that wouldn't even been anything on my radar in life. Like back 10 years ago, wouldn't even have that conversation or desire to. So it's just like that alone. But I'm excited to be able to see baby girl go just so she can see that. Like, wow, so again, the visual of just seeing people doing it is causing it to become like have a greater impact. So it's definitely dope. And like you said, the dollars being put behind it to push it forward, that's dope as well. Cause I'm like, now that I know what I know, it's like these people are doing amazing things. Like I knew Serena was GOAT, but now like understanding, you know what I mean? What I do now is like you just have a way larger respect for the things she did. So love it.
Yeah.
Excited.
There's an,
Gotta get up with Sports Bra and do like a live show or meet and greet or something at the Sports Bra. That's what we gotta.
okay.
Sports Bra when y'all come to St. Louis and get all set up. Have the best panel of ladies who love sports. I mean, it makes sense, right?
All right, producer. Homework assignment for you. Yes, yes, and yes.
Right.
There's also another sport that's growing too with the women's softball. So the league is called Unlimited Softball League. And the MLB, with Jobo's favorite commissioner, Rob Fraud, is working with them as a partnership. So the Athletes Unlimited Softball League is starting their inaugural season this Saturday, June 7th. And Major League Baseball is working with them. They're going to do a strategic investment in it, which basically means money, but that also backs it up with what marketing and promotions. And I don't know if they're helping with the cost of equipment and traveling, but with that, that's trying to help grow the game of softball. So that's another group again saying, hey, softball can be big and be on the main stage, and you'll have people wanting to watch it, just like you get the NBA game. So I'm happy to hear that, and I hope this is successful as well. Specifically, it was on social media that I saw that college player that has the biggest NIL deal of $1 million. Her name is Nijeri Kennedy. Pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
Star pitcher for
Texas.
Texas. Is it Texas or Texas Tech? Texas
Tech.
Texas Tech. So with that, and eyes are on her. She's an incredible athlete, smart. I've seen her social media postings. And if she can carry those fans and that curiosity over to this softball league when she graduates college, that helps grow the game as well. And MLB will definitely will put some more money behind it. So that alone, you want more people like her, because if think about it, for the college baseball, I tend to tune in a little bit when the College World Series, when they start their playoffs. But the regular season for baseball in college, I'm like, you could be a fair weather fan.
Right.
But again, softball, same things, the college players. But if you have the college players have people looking like, what is she talking about? What is she doing? Oh, they give her all that money. Let me see what she's about. That's going to pique people's interest. She takes it to the softball league, and then she still dominates there. Oh, man. You're definitely going to see more and more people talking about it and be interested. So I can't wait.
Our producer has a video of Nijeri Kennedy. That's what we're talking about right now with the $1 million NIL contract. So
the tying run, Sid Sanders. 2-2. Change up, throws her. Nijeri Kennedy and Texas Tech are now 3 outs away.
This pitch is almost unhittable. Even when you know it's coming, you can say in the back of your mind, look for the changeup, but it still freezes you like that. 2 strikeouts in the 6th for Nijeri.
Oh.
Okay.
So you can't help but to be excited. That girl.
She got me excited. Her excitement has me excited. Okay.
That girl good.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. I hope Joe listening, because I'm gonna get a backstory, because prior to me being on Ladies Night, Joe would always be like, oh, this person's a stud, this person's a stud. And, just so y'all know, I didn't know what stud meant. So, or I knew what it meant, but it didn't mean what she was saying. So I was like, what? But anyway, so now that I know what a stud is, somebody who's like amazing in their sports field, is a girl still called a stud, a female athlete? Are they still a stud or is it called something else? Does anybody know out there?
QTNA, because I don't have the answer.
I was like, that's my joke question because I have no idea either. But
Your backstory is funny in itself.
Different ways. That's almost as bad as Dusty Cat. So I don't know what that means. What all that means. But yeah, y'all out there on YouTube, Twitch, and everywhere else, let us know. Is it non-gender specific? Is everybody just a stud if you are a great athlete, or is it gender specific or anything? Let us know.
Interesting, but okay. I get it.
The questions on my mind. That's how my brain works. Okay. So,
Maybe you can find that answer out on TikTok. There are TikTok nickname space for sports and athletes.
Gemini and ChatGPT. I'll be learning a lot.
ChatGPT, honey. Have them chime in, see if they got an answer for us.
Jobo, they are still studs. Tennessee had a pitcher who almost hit 80 miles per hour. What? Okay. Thank you, Joe. Waiting to give birth, and she is still able to answer questions.
I love it.
Holding down the panel. We appreciate you. Okay, see, Miss Dub says the same thing. Inquiring minds want to know. Exactly. Yes. So Najari is a stud. I like it. I can talk my talk now.
Mm-hmm. She said you're a stud, Jamie. I love it. Oh, that's funny.
That's really what I wanted to know. Thank you, Jobo.
No.
Make sure the producer hits you up on Cash App, Zelle. I got you.
Oh, really? All right. That's good. All right. So with that, with this women's sports growing and us finding out that a stud is still a stud, whether the gender, what do you call it, gender identity or what? I don't know what you call it.
Right. Yeah, it's non-gender specific. A stud
Yes.
is a stud.
And then,
oh my God.
And for the record, if you didn't know, Jamie's a stud too. Oh, hilarious. So anyway, we can segue to some crazy stories or interesting stories or what has our interest because people are fouling out. And you're like, oh, fouled out. In baseball, why y'all care about that? That's not quite the fouled out we're referencing. So this is one of Jamie's segments she came up with, and I'm glad she did. We're gonna call out a player, a team coach, somebody that's doing something just wrong, stupid, just what are you, an idiot type things. Okay. With that, fouled out. Did you have something specific?
Am I hungry?
Well, we can. Oh, let's read Miss Dub comment. My friend Auburn calls both men and women dude, so both can be a stud. Exactly. It's dude and stud is non-gender specific. It don't matter.
Okay.
I approve that message, Miss Dub. I agree.
Oh, good.
All right, ma'am. Anyway, so
Found out was gonna be about the Knicks coach. We kind of already talked about it a little bit, but that was like, all right, really, everybody just you're fired, losing their job. I know it's the Trump administration, but this is not. What was the show that he was a part of? I don't know, but when he used to be like, you're fired.
oh, the Apprentice.
Yeah, the Apprentice. I'm like, okay, now y'all just getting a little too letting everybody go. Calm down. So that was gonna be my filed out. So I'll try and think of something else. I'm sure somebody else has done something crazy.
Well, Jobo mentioned about a segment for Fouled Out by way of Peter DeBoer. He is the coach for the who is it? The coach of the Dallas Stars. Sorry about that. He's the coach of the Dallas Stars, and the reason that he fouled out because they lost the Western Conference Finals, but he didn't just take ownership like a good leader would. You don't just throw your players under the bus. It's a team effort. Nope. He pulled the goalie in Game 5, and then just didn't sound supportive. As a coach should.
We got some.
Do you have footage of that or that video clip?
Well, anytime you pull a goalie, there's the reasoning's always to try and spark your group. So that was the number one reason. We had talked endlessly in this series about trying to play with the lead, and obviously we were in a 2-0 hole right away. And you know what? I didn't take that lightly, and I didn't blame it all on Jake. But the reality is if you go back to last year's playoffs, he's lost 6 to 7 games to Edmonton, and we gave up 2 shots on 2 goals in an elimination game. So, it was partly to spark our team and wake them up, and partly, knowing that, status quo had not been working, and that's a pretty big sample size.
So with that, how do you not support your players and throw them under the bus was a person? That's the video clip you saw. That's that person. Okay.
Right.
Your players under the bus and not take anything. And ask that coach, Peter DeBoer, how did it work out for him while trying to wake them up and pulling him? I guess not so great because y'all not in the Stanley Cup Finals. There's that.
Right. Wow.
So fouled out. Just I haven't heard that in a while. Were you straight? Just threw your play like that. I mean, if you want to sum it up, you could be like, again, sorry that the goalie gave up some goals, but we wanted to work better as a team. We need to do better. Anyway, that definitely was.
His suit and his hairline said all they needed to say. So
you stupid. Now you talking about his hairline.
Just speaking of hairlines, though, that made me think of the Knicks coach. You need to let that go.
You get the hair up because he got the ball spot in the middle.
Let it go. He be having that swoop all the way from
the comb over look ain't gonna work for him.
Yeah, let it go, bruh.
Let it go. Let it go. You know what? What Ms. Dub said, I would think that would demoralize him, not wake them up. Oh, referring to the Stars. She said that would demoralize them. Apparently their coach thought, no, it should wake them up.
Right.
And I guess it did wake them up because they're nice and comfortable and they're home now on vacation. Going fishing.
Right. See, now he the one need to be fired.
Girl. We'll see. No, don't worry about that. Oh, I had something else. It's not a foul. It's a foul out, but it's not a direct person. It's a network. I mean, I forgot to tell you this was in my cup earlier, but we can say they fouled out.
Okay.
NBA on TNT. How about their network is wrong because they, decided not to renew the show at TNT. Now, the NBA on TNT is hilarious. I love it. Even if I miss the basketball games, at least I can catch that show and get some good laughs late at night, especially. But Chuck, which is Charles Barkley, Kenny Jet Smith, Shaq, and Ernie Johnson. Great panel. Of course, they're just not the only ones that make. They're not the only ones that make the magic happen. Because behind the scene, they have producers, writers. It's just a great show, and unfortunately, the powers that be at TNT said, nope, We don't want to bring them back. Now they did work out the deal afterwards. They're going to let ESPN take over the show. So I'm assuming how that works is that same group from Kenny, Ernie, Shaq, and Chuck will be on the production side because they're still all staying together, but they're just going to show it on ESPN. So I don't know how much, like people were saying, it still don't mess up the show. And I'm like, but they had the same production crew, how will it mess up? I guess if you owning it on ESPN, they can still tell them some things. But anyway, that's just fouled up because they didn't see any worse, they thought, of keeping the NBA on TNT. And I mean, that has been a staple for decades. Good show. So, yeah, the people in the boardroom at TNT, they fouled out on that one. Yeah, you can say ESPN doesn't plan on changing it, but how many times people told you, you vote for me and I'm not going to do certain things, they do it anyway. So, there's that. They can say all they want. It's just to be determined. We're just hoping and praying for the best. That's all we can say.
Hopefully it'll be for the better. So, but yeah.
Miss Doug said if it's on ESPN, she won't see it because she doesn't have cable.
That's what I think it's really about. Again, the money, right?
Well, because it has to be about money because they said this is the business first, entertainment second. They say, literally.
Loyal, man, ain't nobody loyal.
Ma'am. Yeah, I thought Chris Breezy was crazy for coming out with that song that these ain't loyal.
Right.
We don't have to just say them. It's listen.
Right.
You know when K Dot came out with that song with Riri, loyalty. Yeah, again.
Yep.
Loyalty. Listen, don't switch that. They tell y'all in their songs, and people still they think, oh, they be loyal. Okay. Listen, we can take it a step further. Break this down to Sasha when we're talking about on Easter weekend. We're talking about the purpose of it. I say, hey, you thought that Judas was loyal? Okay.
Right. Okay.
I'm just saying. So that word, y'all can't use that too. It's just no. It's just too tight of a word where people try to use it. No.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. Yeah. It'll be interesting, but yeah, hopefully the vibes will still be all good. That'll be they clap back to make it even better on ESPN, just to be like, that's what you get.
Okay, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Make it better, but don't make it worse. Not have all those people upset. Us viewers, like, come on.
Upset? What's upset?
Upset is what I get when you don't listen, when I'm trying to talk and you don't be quiet.
Yeah, Clara.
No, say hi. That's Jamie. I'm sorry, it's Beyonce.
I'm Beyonce.
Hey, okay. We gotta use that as a little sound bite. I like that. Now she bugging up.
Girl, okay. Doing the most live and in living color. I told you I got my own TikTok in here. I don't need nobody else's stuff. This and the other one, okay? Hey. Anyway, so with that, next up is not that. Ma'am, no. She got game, right?
I not heard.
Miss Dub said, hello, young lady.
Hello, Daddy.
I said, Miss Dub.
Dad.
Okay, Mr.
Are you going to work?
What? Use English or Spanish? What are you saying?
Are you going to work?
Use your word. I can't understand you, but come on now. Just be quiet. Just anyway, she got game.
All right.
Who got game, baby? Who's over there doing phenomenal things in these women's streets?
It's a lot of folks out here just doing their thing, and we already talked about some of them. So again, big shouts out to Najari for her NIL contract and just doing big things. I mentioned her earlier, but Coach Staley with the new book and all of that. I'm just excited. My mother-in-law, we got her that book for Mother's Day. So I'm like, I should have got one myself so I can read it. But I really like it. I've been listening to like different interviews. I know she was on like Breakfast Club and stuff like that. So uh, yeah, everybody out here doing their thing. So I respect it. So uh, and then let me give an overall shout out just because of we're in the month we're in. But I've been a lot of my Girls for Life babies have graduated. So shout out to all the graduates. And most of them are athletes. So I'm like, shout outs to them, like student athletes. Big ups to y'all. And just students in general. Congratulations. Y'all did it. So that's all my She Got Games. And randomly, but speaking about graduations, I went to a graduation at Chaffetz a couple weeks ago. I ain't never been that stressed out in my life. It took 41 minutes to get off the highway to park in East Boogaloo to walk to Chaffetz to go to the graduation. So that if anybody is going to y'all graduations, they really love you, okay? Because that was a lot. But anyway, congratulations to all the the graduates.
You said for anyone going to a graduation, they must love you because you were traumatized from that trip for the Chaffetz, huh? For their graduation.
That is real love because I've been to several concerts and I never waited 41 minutes to get off the highway. Like it was people that were graduating that wasn't gonna be there on time, so they was like getting out of their car at the exit and letting the other people go park it. So
That's different.
They had to start the ceremony like 15, 20 minutes later just because the traffic was so bad. I'm like,
this is the first time Chaffetz has held a graduation. So how did it get this bad for this particular?
I don't know. First of all, it was like Sunday at 7 or 6. So that was already like
it's a traffic day, high traffic day here. So
I need to go to sleep at 6 and 7 and cry about going to work on Monday. So I was just thrown off.
Okay.
But I was like, yeah, that's real love. I don't think I've been to a college graduation outside of my own. So that's why I now appreciate shout outs to everybody who came to my graduation. Y'all love me. I love y'all.
Looking back on things now, you'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm so sorry that was a traumatic experience, but I'm glad the person, whoever you supported, hopefully they saw you and they know you were there.
Well worth it to see. It was beautiful, but yeah, I was stressed.
I was getting there. She's like, they really love you. You're going to graduation. No, I didn't have graduation season this year.
Okay.
Yeah, I did not. What year is this? 2020. So mine was a couple of years ago, but that was just one, right? Yeah. So no, I'm good. Next year I have
yeah.
No, next year my niece graduates, so I have to attend hers for high school. But besides that, that's the only one I know of. So hopefully it won't be traumatic like yours, but I will take note.
Yeah. Yep. Be ready.
Regarding, let's see, women, just overall, looks like She Got Game in WNBA. It's their time to shine right now. Now, unfortunately, Caitlin Clark is injured for a few weeks. So with that, the rivalry with, Angel Reese and her won't be there for a few weeks. But we still have some bomb players. My girl Asia Wilson's still doing her thing, and I'm trying to see who else was there on the Seattle Storm that's causing the storm. But it's definitely WNBA. All of them have got game and are balling, and Hopefully, we definitely see some more storylines, not just the Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese thing. So, with that, to be continued for this great season they have coming up, though.
Yeah. Speaking of like the Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, them a little bit made me think of just I was talking to the producer, but we were talking about like why is everything got to be about division? Because even with the what was it, the MVP for the NBA, like with Tyrese versus Pascal in regards to who should have got it. All like I saw all these memes and stuff like, oh, Tyrese thought he was gonna get it, or Halliburton thought he was gonna get it, da da da. And I'm like, relax. Why can't y'all let this man be happy that he got the MVP? His team, they just won. Like, let them be okay. Like, why do we always got to make it a drama filled thing? You know, so that irks me. Y'all stop it. Stop. Let everybody be happy. They won. They happy. They going to the NBA finals. The MVP is the MVP. Everybody is getting mad love and it's all good. So stop trying to like stir up conflict within the team.
Well, Jamie, I hate to break it down for you, but you want everybody just to be loved, to stop it. Yeah, remember what I said first, business first, entertainment second. And with that, the entertainment portion is that. Create division, create storylines, create narratives.
Yeah.
That's why I said earlier when I was mentioning with the Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, that won't be going on for a few weeks because Caitlin's not playing. But there's other games, other teams still doing great things, but there's always going to be a storyline because they have to have a reason for you all to be entertained and specifically to watch and tune in. And you know this is nothing new. We talked about this before, taken to the 80s when I wasn't even watching basketball, and y'all heard about what? Larry Bird, Magic Johnson. That's what they're trying to do with this Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese thing.
Mm-hmm.
The NBA was on the verge of collapsing, like bankrupt. They were losing money. And if it wasn't for their rivalry year after year between Celtics and Lakers, they would have probably went bellied up. Thank God that they didn't. But it's one of those things, it kept people tuning in. Now, of course, that's two players on two teams. And at that time, what was it, like 20 what? Two teams, let's say 20 plus teams in the NBA. So all these other players got their own storylines and narratives, and they have to win and lose games, right? It's just not two players and two teams, but it still helps up to where you have people intrigued, and especially when a villain or the person people love, their team hits the road, you're going to have people buying tickets and want to tune in as well. So it's business first. Not saying NBA spreading or WNBA spreading that division, but at the same time, the media outlets that they let put their product on air and online, and they're running with it, and they know, hey, if it works, it works. And then again, you know, they say bad publicity is still good publicity. It's crazy, but it's still relevant because we're just saying we got more eyes on it. Without this narrative of those two being villains or going against each other, it just, to me, seemed like another WNBA season. Great players out there, great teams, probably some other budding rivalries. But for people to put more money in it, they still want to see a reason, and now they have it. Again, it's just part of the business, Jamie. I'm sorry.
I mean, I even get it more if they was like different teams. Okay, boom, boom. But it's just the fact that they on the same team. They're about to go to the finals. Y'all really trying to mind F them. And I don't like that. But, you know, it is what it is.
But they probably not even tripping. It's, again, the media. Exactly. So when we're talking about anything of a division of people putting two people against each other, let's say behind closed doors, they don't even get along anyway. But they didn't make this, and the fact that it was funny, because comparing that to the Drewski skit, that when I looked, I said, "Oh, that is," and that wasn't scripted. When Halliburton thought he was getting, he didn't. That wasn't scripted. That was funny though. But it's gonna be another narrative. Don't worry, it's entertainment. It always keeps changing, evolving, all new storylines. Okay. So,
yeah.
They gotta do something to keep y'all entertained and laugh at the stuff, okay?
Do you agree with who got MVP? or you feel like it should have been something? It should have been Halliburton.
Yeah, again, so the personality of Halliburton is much more, what's the word? Not zesty, but more outgoing, more.
Yeah.
He wants you to hate him or you're going to love him. He has that personality.
Right.
So people were thinking that it could have been him because he did put up some points. But see, I'm probably saying his name wrong. He put up this points, actually more points. Flamboyant. See, I put flamboyant and zesty in the same way, and it's not the way that y'all trying to say it is. So I'm like, I don't want to use it.
Say he's flamboyant. So yeah, I wouldn't say that.
I won't say overzealous, but it's that larger than life personality.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me. It bothers some other people, but again, we can take basketball out of this. We all know different people, whether they're family, friends, neighbors, co-workers, who you be like, yeah, they do too much, or they tripping because why y'all gotta do all that extra, right? Or we say team too much. We know people like that.
You talking about me? I feel like I'm being called out.
I promise. If you're feeling guilty, ma'am, feel guilty, but I wouldn't talk about you. But I would say that this is nothing new, but his name and face is on more stuff because he has that personality. Right. So for people thinking that Halliburton should have gotten it, maybe because you see his face on a lot of stuff, and then he did come through in the clutch on game 1 and all right. But and again,
he the pretty boy, so
yeah, but pretty boy don't know how to get the win either. I mean, not the win, but for that MVP. So the thing is, Pascal moved quieter with personality, but he has just as equal points. There's no way they would have voted for him to get MVP if his points and his stats were even half of Halliburton. It was more clearly as I wanted. So do I disagree? No. If they would have given to Halliburton, I couldn't knock it either. It can go either way, but definitely they got it right though. They meaning the writers or voters of the MVP. So no, I think people who don't follow the Pacers like that, or they saw them during the playoffs, but thinking they see Halliburton all the time like that. Siakam's not, and so that's why they assume, he gonna get it. No. Anyway, but again, I don't use the word zesty and flamboyant like that. Mine goes a different way, so I just stick to larger than life personality. And this.
There we go. Play it safe.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Oh goodness! But I did not know you were team too much, Jamie. You were feeling convicted there because that wasn't towards you. I guess the producer may tell me otherwise, but
I felt like you might be taking a shot. Fine. I've accepted it. It's okay.
Okay. Well, one thing you can control is if you were the commissioner or the head of a league, how would you do it?
Yes.
So we run this segment, okay? Let's tell them how you would do things. You could be team too much because you run this. So what do you run? How would you do it, team too much?
All right. Y'all, this has been on my nerves for like the past couple of weeks. But the NBA, please come to the front of the jury, decided we need a VP of common sense on every league, every team, every organization. VP of common sense. My rerun this is the rule when you are you get fouled, so you get hurt and you still have to do the free throws if you want to come back into the game later. Like, these are humans. They are visibly hurt and pain, and they have to like hook and crook crawl, go up to the line, shoot their free throws just before they can go back to even be able to potentially play again if possible. So I think the biggest one with this was like Kobe back in the day when he tore his Achilles or something? But he still had to like go up to the free throw line, shoot the free throw. Like, why? Why are we doing this to people? Just putting them through pure hell and agony for what? Like, is it really going to be that, I guess, taken advantage of? I don't know if there's the scenarios where they didn't have this rule and it's just being overutilized, where you pick another team member who has to shoot the free throws. It's just a little bit much to me. It don't make no sense. I forgot who actually got hurt. One of the games we was watching during the playoffs, and that happened, and I was like, really? This man looked like he about to cry real tears, but he got to go up to the line, shoot, and then before he can go back and get looked at, treated, whatever. So that needs to change.
Next, you said he looked like he was about to cry.
Real tears.
Real tears of a grown man.
It's like
Oh,
a little cry, you know?
they are. No, that hurt. Oh, okay. Well, what I would think as a NCAA commissioner, specifically over basketball, this is a small fix. I don't understand how in women's college basketball, there's our 4 quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4. However, in men's side, we're still doing halves. Again, I know this is small, but this is big. Because more than likely, a player that's playing in college played high school, played middle school, and probably elementary. Now, excluding, let's say, certain tournaments, if you're doing organized leagues and school leagues, conferences, yeah, you're using quarter system. So why the hell that ain't passed over to college now for men? All these decades later. And especially the women's side used to have it too, and they transitioned them to quarters. Why the men's side not doing that? We're out of the men's college basketball season, but I was still thinking this because as I'm watching the, NBA games, I'm like, make this make sense again. How are men's college basketball doing halves and not quarters? But every other part of their lives, they've always had quarters. Make this make sense to me. So if you got the answer, Jamie, let me know. But otherwise, I'm commissioner NCAA specifically for basketball. Men, do it like the women's side, quarters. Do it like everybody does in high school and in middle school and elementary school. Okay, please, thank you.
Yeah, I approve that. I vote aye. All the ayes.
All the eyes have it.
Yeah, it was that's ridiculous. That is another one that got on my nerves because I was like, that don't make no sense. Like, why? Again, VP of common sense. It's not that special. It like just make it different just to be different, to do something. Stop it. Oh, Miss Dove, what she said? I don't see an issue with allowing a sub to prevent misuse. There could be a rule that the player can't come back for it. Exactly. Again, thank you. VP of common sense, Miss Dub, you hired.
She's highly qualified.
You are hired because, like they say, the math don't be math, and none of it makes any sense. It's not logical. It's just some random rule. Like, what are we doing here?
It's probably an archaic rule on top of that. So whatever the thought process was from 40 years ago is not there now. It's relevant.
Yeah.
So there's
good
that.
one. Great job, commissioners.
Oh my goodness. So with that, yes, this has been a ladies' night where we definitely cover different topics, but Jamie, I'm still not going to say your team too much. I'm glad you felt convicted, but it wasn't because of me. Okay. And I also know the animosity of watching Cardinals games is not because of me either, and that they lost. Okay.
Right.
Two good takeaways from you today. Okay. And I guess the game today was postponed because of the rain. So maybe tomorrow you watch it and they'll win, and then you're gonna be getting tossed out the living room, and then we got to watch the NBA basketball. So maybe I, flip flop between the two.
All right, right. Yeah, tomorrow I'm looking forward to tomorrow's, and then we can see. I can feel a little more comfortable with my decisions and what's gonna happen. How these first games gonna go down.
All I'm saying, get the TR ready after the daddy daughter dance to go ahead and crown me, because I'm gonna be the champion.
Okay.
The Pacers is gonna sit there like, how did this happen? I'll be like, I told you, OKC got it. Some young Thunderbirds ready to get it, okay?
Producer, please remind me about this, because Bunny over there real rocky cocky right now. Okay. Please remind me, because he knew I will have a whole T-shirt made with Bunny was wrong.
Hey, and if that does happen, let me get that shirt. So the next time I am right, I'll be like, you remember when you was posting this shirt? Now what? Okay. So yes, if that does happen and you get that made, I'll get it off your hands, because revenge is a mother. Remember that. Rocky cocky. All right. That's like when Jobo always telling me that I was being negative because of the Cardinals. I'm like, I'm telling you what's going on the TV, what I'm seeing. A team on TV, and I'm being negative. But okay. Now they're looking decent, right? Okay.
Hey, the Cardinals doing a little something now. So
oh, thanks, Miss Dove. You had a fun time ladies' night tonight. Well, that means we need you to come on back every ladies' night. And for all our viewers, listeners out there, ladies' night is the first Wednesday of the month. But tune in every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the Platform Sports Talk Show, which is our main show. We are on Hot 365 Radio via the app or online. Of course, we're across all social media pages, and including YouTube. When you subscribe, make sure you click on that bell, okay? It's Jamie's fault I butchered this, y'all, because I'm still waiting to see when she said Bunny was wrong. I'm still waiting for that, y'all. It's her fault I messed this up. Anyway, the ladies hold it down the first Wednesday of the month, but the fellas hold it down the last Wednesday month on the Man Cave. I mean, they talk about their little topics and all that, but they not like us ladies. You know how we run it.
They not like us. They not like us.
I gotta hear the Kids Bop version, because what you said, I got to hear this. And we ride the bus.
We Ride the Bus is so fire. If y'all don't take nothing else away,
you go to YouTube and get that. Okay.
Go listen to the Kids Bop version.
All right. Let me make sure I give a shout out to our producer who is making it happen, Captain. Behind the scenes.
My wife plug Smoooth. You can scan the QR code if you like the show and you want to learn more about the show or more about Smoooth Productions with 3 O's. Scan the QR code. DJ, photographer, videographer, custom apparel. What else you do? Play the drums, MC, host, all that. Scan the code. Get at them.
Good job.
If your party gonna be lit, I might make an appearance. You can add it in the notes section of the invoice. Be like, I want the official party starter. TPS. That means you're requesting my presence that you're
I love it. I can't even knock it. Oh my God. So there's 3 takeaways, y'all. Not from this show. Y'all got 3 takeaways. Cardinals are effing up. Jamie get thrown out the living room, and that makes her very upset. Who just said team too much? Damn. Who's the team too much? The basketball, the finals, and
NBA finals. Yep. Bunny was wrong.
Wrong T-shirt she's gonna get made. It's gonna be used back against her. And last but not least, when you're asking for the party starter, part of your package, her presence is gonna be there. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I know all the slides.
Reunion coming up, 2 of them this month. I got to get my slide game up, okay? Especially at the sneaker ball. I got to show them how to do it from the loop, you know?
Right. Also, we recruiting now, ladies' nights. You know, we got one on maternity leave, but if you are a lady who loves sports, you could be a part of this lovely panel, you know, and you might even get a shirt made yourself if you are wrong about your.
That shirt may or may not be made, y'all. Again, ladies' night, we'll see if it's been fruition or not. If she's gonna say Bunny's wrong because the Thunder will hold the championship trophy.
Right. We gotta have a battle of the sexes, like the man cave. You know, they think they doing their thing, but I feel like the ladies' night, we climbing up, baby. We taking over like women's sports. So. Hey, if you want to be a part of the show, especially before we get hooked up with the sports bra and all this other stuff, y'all better come on.
Yes, honey, speak it. We want to thank everyone for watching and tuning in. Main show returns next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Have a wonderful, safe night. Bye-bye.
Women Crush Wednesday.
What you have just experienced was brought to you by Smoooth Productions. Until next time, stay tuned and stay smooth.